Hello and welcome back to the channel. This video we're going to take a look at this Aiwa 3-head tape deck. It's an AD-F810. So we're going to see if it's working or not. We'll power it up. Don't hear any motors spinning or anything, which is a good sign, doesn't mean. It's not actually doing anything though. You can hear the solenoid going. I think I can faintly hear a motor as well. So clearly it's going to need a full set of belts, and these also use an idler wheel, which is basically a wheel with a little bit of rubber that drives a cog both ways for forward and reverse, as well as playback. So we'll open it up and see what's going on. We've got 3 screws on the back. And just one on this side as well. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Well, I can see straight away that we've lost a belt. I'm not sure if you can see if I angle it. Hopefully you can see right in there. Oops. I don't know if you can see it, but try and put my finger near it. See in there that there's a lot of black stuff. That's like part of a belt that's come off or disintegrated. Also it looks like that's dropped off. I think that's off the bottom of the case, like a anti-vibration pad. I think that was on the inside of the case. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can see where it's been, so that one's going back on. So it goes back there. So we'll sort that when we reassemble it all. So I think what we'll do is look at taking this mech out and then take it from there. So we'll make sure we've got the power off. And let's see what we've got to get the screws out. So we have these screws at the top here. There's another one there yet. And then these base screws, I do believe. I'll use my long screwdriver for this. Use a short screwdriver. Yeah, these. And that one there. So we don't actually need to take the cassette door off on these. What we do need to do there is make sure everything is disconnected that we need. There we go. I think that's everything. So we'll take this plate off here so we can access the motor and the capstans, because we're going to have to clean all this off. You can tell just by slightly touching it, it's all disintegrating, so they're going to be really fun to clean up. And there as well. Move that out of the way. Yeah, you can see that one's not too bad actually. The spindles is a little bit there. It's a small piece. That's what we saw earlier. Let's lift that out and have a look. Yeah, you can see both belts have disintegrated there. They're yeah, they're not going to come off easy. They're going to want a good clean. Try and get the first off first. Get some IPA on that. Start cleaning. I usually get an old blade and try and scrape some of it off as well. Before you go any further, try and get the worst of it off. So that's pretty much clean now for that one. So again, if we just try and scrape the worst of this off. I mean, I like doing tape decks, but this is just, I hate it when they're all gooey like this. I have to clean my fingers up as well. What we'll just do is pop that back on that spring before we lose it. Pop that one back in. Really just want to get that off there now. Right. Let's try and get the worst off. I think we got it. Make such a mess. Right, let's clean my fingers up a little bit. Right, put the new belts on now. Let's lift that one out again because we need to put the smaller belt on first. So like so. There we go. Nice and smooth now. Put that belt over there. And then line it onto this one. And push all this back into place. Lining everything up. So they've locked into place, we just need to put the screws back in now. Put that long one in first. So that has come off there. And then that's that one there. So we just need to get to that idler there now. Memory serves to do that, we have to take this bar arm off here. Just zoom in a little bit. And take this off here. And there's usually a little ball bearing behind this plate, which we don't want to lose, we want to keep it. So lift this very carefully off. So I haven't done the screw enough yet. Right, try again. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little tiny ball bearing. Don't lose that. And then this should be able to just slide out the way. Oh, I think I need to take that bottom plate off as well. Yeah, you have to take this plate off here, which is just the two screws. I'd forgot about that. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So just hold the head plate. You should better just take the one screw out and slide it all back just enough to get that. You can see now that we can move that. I'll just take that one out as well. I've taken the wrong screw. That one. There we go. You can see we just access it a little bit easier now. There we go. And to get the idler, you usually just lift that up there. There's a little tiny spring, which we just want to make sure doesn't go anywhere. And we can just lift that entire assembly out. It will come out. There we go. You can see that there's a new tyre on it. So just peel the tyre off. And get it all square. Yeah, I'm just going to line all this back in again now. There's a little set of tabs on there on the white one. You just want to make sure that those go behind in the middle, so it all lines up central. It should swing the entire thing. Quite lined up yet. Should be able to see better from the side. There we go, I think that's lined up. You'll see in person better than me trying to tell you in the video. That's lined up. I don't know if I can't really show you on the video. I'll try and zoom in to show you what I was doing. There's just a tiny little catch. I can't really get to show you. There's a tiny little notch, plastic notch that points out, and you just want to make sure it sits underneath the idler wheel. You'll know when it's on because it will all sit into place. If it doesn't sit into place, then it's not on. If that makes sense. Put the brake back on. This little spring just needs to go underneath that tab. It should all be lined up now for the brakes. And just put that little tiny ball bearing back on. Okay, so we'll pop it all back. So it's all been put back together. So let's just final test it. First things first, I'm just going to pop my calibration tape in just to double check what we're getting in terms of bow and flutter. So we just need to wait for this to become solid once it starts to play the tone. So our test tone has started now. What we're looking at is we're looking at around about 3 kHz frequency. So as you can see, we're pretty much where we want to be. There's not too much variation, and on the lowest scale, the flutter is acceptable. It's not terrible. So winding is good. So there we've got another deck saved. Do stay tuned to the channel if you like these sort of decks, because I do have an Aiwa Excelsia 007 to repair at some point, which will be coming up in a future video. So please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your favourite tape deck is, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.